8 years ago, Noland Arbaugh had a normal good life. He was a very good chess player, very, very good, very well respected. He traveled with his friends to go have a good time, traveling in the sea. You know, when you go to the sea and play, and some of you people do fishing, some just look at the sea shirtless. He jumped and dived with some of his friends. And unfortunately, as he dived, an accident happened. He hit his head against a rock. He was taken to hospital, and for some reason, he was paralyzed. He found himself in a very difficult situation. At the time, he was a very brave, very movemental person, very active, found himself paralyzed in bed for a long time. A few years later, Neuralink of Elon Musk, this brand new technology that you heard about, consisting of putting a chip in somebody's brain to enable the brain with some charges so the brain can react in a way that it activates some regions of the brain that stimulate walking, stimulate speaking for people who cannot speak properly, and stimulate visual for people who are blind or people who are impaired visually. Noland Arbaugh very quickly saw a big difference. Something positive was happening. And all the promises that you heard about Neuralink seemed to be working perfectly fine for this man. And it was a dawn, brand new life, brand new hope for this man. Then everybody was very happy, and Neuralink made a lot of noise about it. Later on, unfortunately, the chip failed because the cables or the little symbol that says Neuralink is getting very slowly detached from where it is attached on the brain. And a lot of people have spoken about it, saying it actually presents a lot of difficulties and a lot of future problems. The problem with Neuralink is we don't understand. There is no study, long-term study showing what's going to happen in the future. As much as it shows some positive gestures, some positive effect. We've seen in the past people being able to order food online with just thought. People being able to play video games, like this Norman guy played video games. So Neuralink issued a statement saying everything is fine, even though they have found that this technology has some issues. There has not been any long-term studies around it. Few studies were made on animals. Some seem positive, some were negative. But some of the people who obviously go through very difficult situations, especially when somebody has no hope, whatever you bring them as a potential cure to their difficulty, they will say yes. And these are the people that are, for now, except a few people that just needed money for the experience, are being okay with the experience with Neuralink chip. Noland Arbaugh, that very slowly started to become a very happy person, saw himself very quickly drifting into the darkness of sadness. Now, when Elon Musk introduced Neuralink, the idea was to help people with disabilities to be able to speak and talk, to help the same people to be able to order food or change channels without necessarily having to move spaces or going to fetch the remote control. Elon Musk has praised Neuralink in many, many ways. He's spoken about a possibility in the future for you to replay your memory. Basically, after you've traveled to Norway, to Switzerland, to Sweden, to Japan, to Ireland, to India, to South Africa, to Tanzania, to Uganda, you could be able to sit down in 5 years later and replay the memory of all the trips you have done. But the problem is your brain is not a memory card. If your brain is not a memory card, certainly those memories have to be stocked somewhere. And I don't know how I feel about some CEO of a company being able to control or have access to somebody's memory or imagination. Now, this takes me back to something very interesting that I saw lately. James Cameron. Do you remember James Cameron? The famous of hit film like Avatar, Titanic, Terminator, and many others, he has spoken out about the concern about the future of humanity, as he's definitely not calm about it. People like James Cameron, when they talk about the future and AI, I think we should pay attention. James Cameron compared the current situation to that he depicted in his 1984 science fiction film Terminator. He declared, "I warned you in 1984, and you didn't listen. We are on a path to a Terminator-style scenario where artificial intelligence becomes uncontrollable and represents a threat to humanity." Fellas, let me put it this way for you. The United States of America has incorporated AI into its program of fighting jet. So fight jet, fight aircraft will be incorporated with AI. And we're talking now not fight jet with a pilot. We're talking about a free fight jet, unmanned fight jet, enabled with AI power.
This aircraft in the X-62 has one purpose, which is to advance the state of machine learning.
We'll get back to that. In 2019, James Cameron declared that we are at a turning point in the history of humanity. We must choose between sustainable future and a future of destruction. And let me tell you that, as a science fiction film director, he has a deep understanding of a potential danger posed by the advent of artificial intelligence. United States has invested a lot of money, billions of dollars, into this top-end technology, AI in aircraft. And this AI-enabled aircraft has done some exercises against human beings, fighting each other to see who's going to win. Guess who won? A while back, some of these AI, the artificial intelligence beats the most intelligent chess player in the world. And as we speak right now, no human being can beat AI anymore. So as much as AI looks like it's going to be productive to the human being, I think we are at a very turning point, very interesting point, like says James Cameron. And China is not behind. China has unveiled an army of AI dogs. These are the dogs apparently that's going to precede human beings before they go to war. So before humans with flesh comes in phase, these dogs are going to go forward. Now you tell me, these dogs are self-directed. Are they going to spare human beings? Is there going to be one human being who's going to survive the next war? China has developed the invisible vest. So they have an invisible costume. When you put it on, you become invisible to the naked eye. This is the direction we're moving on, fellas. Now, the United States of America has given this market to one young man of Chinese origin. His goal is to help Pentagon into developing some of the best and the most advanced AI technology possible. Now, what is the interest of this situation? The interest is very simple. It's money. Whoever creates AI or develop technology that's AI empowered are not doing it because they want to love and help the world. Absolutely not. They're doing it because of financial, economic benefit. It has absolutely nothing with I'm trying to help you be better. It's all about money. And money is a good thing. We all need money to live, to have a good life. But money is the root of many evils, at the least to say. And I'm a firm believer that some sectors in life should not be money empowered, like medicine. I don't think people should be making a lot of money out of medicine. I'm sorry. Especially creating technology to cure people. I don't think people should make, like creating vaccines. They shouldn't be making a lot of money out of that. Because like one expert said, the more you input money into creations of vaccines, the more you're going to see pandemics and difficulties emerge. Because people want a market, and the market can only be present when there's a pandemic. If I am a vaccine seller, how do you think I'm going to make money? Situations like COVID will be reoccurring all the time as long as there will be money involved. And then later on, you see people like AstraZeneca and all these other companies coming forward and saying, oh, we are sorry, we made mistakes. Is this the world we want to live in? Technology is great, fellas, but I miss it when we used to write letters to friends and family and lovers. Hey, I miss you. It was real. It was genuine because we didn't take pains and wrote for nothing. Technology is great, but you remember in time when you talked to somebody and agreed on meeting somewhere, when you said to a friend, let's meet at 4 o'clock under the avocado tree or the banana tree, you can be 100% sure by 3:45 that man or woman is going to be under the banana tree or avocado tree waiting for you. You know why? Because there was no option to bail out. There was no possibility to say, okay, sorry, something emerged. I'm not going to meet you anymore. Because by the time you say, I'm going to meet you tomorrow at 3 or 4 o'clock, we've locked in. We have signed. It's a paper. It's more than a signature. Before technology, people have good memories. I mean, you remember when cell phone came out, people could memorize like 10 numbers, 15 numbers by heart. We cannot do that anymore today because our ability as human beings and brains have shrunk. We are unable to do the same thing. We've lost the capabilities. Look at how many people make so much fault in grammar, vocabulary today because we have Google to correct, autocorrect. So the human being's ability to be the human at the highest level is being taken away because of AI. What is AI doing? You say AI is doing research for you and bringing you the stuff. That's great, but that's taking away your ability to doing your own research and finding out things. Your ability to be self-sufficient. Go look for things. Go to the library. Go read. Human beings are just lazy. You're just lazy. You want easy things. That's the reason why we're so excited about AI. Or AI is going to make you rich. Great. What about your craftsmanship? I think if there was a way to limit access to AI, same way they've limited the level of you having painkillers and stuff like that. You just need enough for the moment you need it. I think that would be great. Allowing AI to go rampant, I think it's absolutely insane because it's going to shift our world to a different version of it. Let me know how you feel about this. It's always a great pleasure. I appreciate you. God bless.